I guess I just need to get away and find out who I really am.
For once in my life, I'm gonna do something for me.
You grew up this sheltered life. I want to experience everything.
I feel you should be able to do what you want to do to follow your dreams.
I can't stand the thought of living the rest of my life wondering what if.
The Amish don't encourage live shows. They say pleasure, that's not for the Amish.
That was my first play like that. I mean, the Amish, it's definitely a big no because it costs money. They were making music, so that was a no-no.
I love the show, but I hate that part of town.
I had really no idea what the show was going to be about. I didn't know what to expect at all. Oh my God!
I had like this guy come walking up to me when I was on the sidewalk doing an interview.
You just want to know what real LES is about?
Where are the cops when you need them? You go to that neighborhood, all you see is drunks and freaks, and there's no cops. What the heck are you doing?
After the show, we went to some kind of restaurant.
I miss the people back home. At least my neighbors were normal. I used to think they were not, but after being in this section of town, my neighbors are very normal.
I do agree with you. I mean, they have a lot of creeps here.
Like drunk guys trying to get all up in your face.
Yeah. I know I'm not coming back in this neighborhood after dark.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't give a what's going on in this town.
I was ready to beat the one guy up over the head.
I mean, that drunk dude, that big fat one.
We were sitting there talking, and the conversation got to Amish.
I just think it's so dumb that the Amish women, like, all they do, they grow up to look forward to having a husband that is miserable and being a broodmare.
And that doesn't know how to have sex.
I feel like back where we come from, I feel like everybody's incest, honestly.
What's incest mean exactly?
Like, first and second cousins getting married, like, really?
Oh, God.
That's disgusting.
I just felt like they were making the Amish culture sound horrible.
That's not how it is for everyone. I mean,
Lord, it is back where I come from.
Our neighbor at home has been married for 9 years, and they have 8 kids.
you make it sound like it's everything bad. Like, there were a lot of good things about that life. I don't like talking bad about it because, like, it's a good life. I mean, it's a lifestyle.
I mean, yeah, I get you love your family, we all do. But if the Amish are so perfect where she's at, where she lived, why did she leave?
There's Amish people that they don't do what they're supposed to and they're not good people, but that's how it is everywhere. It's not just the Amish
Yeah,
people.
but that's what I'm trying to get across to people. You know, the Amish people are just like every other human being. There are a lot of good Amish people out there, but there are a lot of perverts out there, too.
You know, if somebody gets molested or raped or something, it's all hush, hush, hush. And
Yeah, it's like,
and nobody ever gets.
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
We'll take care of this.
I heard about that night, and I heard about it all the next morning because she was so pissed off. Well, Amish are really good people. I don't know why we have to talk about the bad all the time. Let's talk about the good. No.
I'm not really comfortable talking about things like that, and the topic of the conversation was just not really what I thought was appropriate.
They're not all doing it, trust me, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
Well,
they're not all bad, but some of them are bad. They're either really, really good people or they're bad. You know, they don't have the in-between.
Can we have the check, please?
It's not that every Amish is unhappy. Some people would rather die than leave the Amish.
We're all sitting here for a reason, right? We wanted to find out what was out there, right?
Exactly.
So obviously, we're gonna be looking at a lot of the bad stuff. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
so tired of talking about this.
Yeah, but it's the honest truth, Kate. I guess the only thing I have to say about Kate is she is still a hardcore Amish, and I don't think she's here in New York for the experience. She just wanted to try to run away from her troubles.
sometimes get so almost frustrated with the way that they talk about the Amish. The Amish are really good people, and I never ever want to make them look like they're not. Just because one person does one thing bad doesn't mean the entire community is doing it the same way. I just can't look at things in a negative way because it just isn't worth it.
Me and Rebecca went out to check out the city. We went to Central Park and came across a horse and buggy, which I think you guys call it horse and carriage or something. She wanted to go for a ride, so I took her for a horse and carriage ride.
90% of Amish guys will always do anything that the girl wants.
Oh, this is fancy. We should take one of these home.
I definitely was surprised when I got to Central Park. I figured it'd be a park, just a couple benches and, 2 or 3 trees. We got there and there's like a couple acres, just awesome, beautiful.
Like smelling the horses, it was like, oh, I feel so good now. I finally smelled a little piece of home. This is like the first thing here in the city that reminds me of home. It's a lot more relaxing than the busy traffic and buildings.
I think Mom, she would love this place here.
I think so
she could
too.
come here, relax.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'd want to bring her here because she probably wouldn't leave.
I was definitely feeling the connection. It was definitely awesome. I could see she was real comfortable. She opened up a little bit more, told me a little bit about her, history.
Abe is like totally easy to talk to. I feel like I've known him forever. My real dad, I grew up and I knew him the whole time, but I never did know he was my dad.
Wow.
And I didn't find out until probably about a year ago. It was actually this Amish taxi driver that I've known all my life. So like for me, that was really weird. Everybody knows their dad and I don't. But like then knowing that, I'm like, it was really weird finding out I've known him my whole life and I actually didn't even know who he was.
I mean, I don't care who her parents are or what happened. That still don't change who she is. I mean, she's still a living human being and she's awesome.
But what are you planning on doing after you leave New York?
I want to go back to the quiet country life for a while and like get my bearings together.
I like the city and all, but I'm a mountain man. I want to be back in a mountain. Your closest neighbor is a grizzly bear, That's where I want to be.
I like that.
I just like the outdoors. The city's just not for me.
What I would like to do is take 5 people from the city and take them into the country for 1 month.
Make them live the Amish life.
Make them live the Amish style.
When they start putting clothes on, I'd be like, your belt's too wide. You have to go, like, take the sewing machine and make it smaller because that's not right. And you can't do, like, get your hair done right because that's not right. You can't do that or you're going to be shunned. I want to do that to them. I want to be their bishop. I would totally get into it.
It was definitely an awesome day. I don't think it wasn't as good as the first date we had, but it was right up there.
But what do you think of the buggies? Up, ain't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Kind of weird seeing that around here.
I mean, it's relaxing, to ride them around, right around Central Park.
Jeremiah, he's wanting to take me to this place. He don't tell me where we're going till we get there. It's a damn strip club.
Good luck, dude.
Down.
Nope. I got a woman, and I think a lot more than coming to a place like this. I'm out.
Such
Have fun.
Dude, it's a one-time deal.
Don't give a I'm not gonna treat Rebecca like that.
So you won't?
I come to New York to have fun. I don't need to be doing this stuff to have fun.
Now, if we would have went to, like, a restaurant or whatever, and I would have been like, no, I want to go hang out with my woman instead of hanging out with you, yeah, that would be a big difference. But we're talking about a strip club here.
I'm upset. And I'm also surprised because I thought you were more of a man than this.
It ain't about being a man. It ain't about being growing up. It's about having respect for your woman. I'll sit right out here. I'll wait for you.
I'm gonna go enjoy it.
Well, good. You have fun.
He wouldn't do it, so I went in, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun.
There's one thing you gotta realize in life. Do not ever let a woman control your life. Ever. Once you get married, there's only one word to say. Help! There's a point in life where you gotta grow some cojones or whatever you want to call them. Have at least one night for yourself and do what you want to do. You wanted to be in there. I know it.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. If I would have been single, I would still be in there.
Dude, hey, you going to the bar with me? Please?
Not tonight.
Please? Dude, dude, trust me, I do not want to take Kate because she's always hooking up with the guy. I gotta look out for her. I gotta look out for it. Dude, I even gotta look out for you. Well, man.
I told Rebecca that, you know, hey, he tried to get me into a strip club or whatever, but I turned around and walked out.
So you went to a strip club?
Yeah. We went over there, and I didn't realize it until we got there.
You didn't realize it was a strip club until you got there?
Kinda. Then I'm like, you know what? I don't need to be here. You know, I have you. You're just way too nice of a girl. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. If somebody would make me, I wouldn't do it.
In my heart, I did the right thing. And that's what I'm gonna go by, is my heart.
Hi. Hi, good to see you again. Welcome to your first day at work.
Yay!
Good to see you.
Today I went to work at Don Coqui. Hi.
How you doing? My name is Joe.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure meeting you.
There was this Joe guy, and he's my manager, apparently, and it was, like, probably one of the most terrifying experiences I've ever lived through, ever.
Today, I have a Don Coqui menu with recipes and everything that you need to know.
Oh, wow.
Completely. You need to go home and study.
Okay.
Okay. Today, you will be thrown on the actual dining room floor. You will take care of customers today.
Oh, gosh. They just threw me in, like, they just threw me in.
This is our menu. How are you with pronouncing Spanish words like tostones, pernil, arroz con gandule, arroz con habichuela? Give me one. Let's see how you can say it.
Pulpo.
De pulpo, ensalada de pulpo, which is an octopus salad.
Pulpo.
Pulpo.
Pulpo. He intimidates me a little. He scares me, and I think that was part of my problem too, because I was afraid that I would piss him off and he'd start screaming at me or something. I had no idea about anything. I didn't know anything about how the computer worked. I didn't know where to get anything. Like, they didn't tell me jack before I walked in there. Hi, welcome to Don Coqui. My name is Sabrina. I'm gonna be your server tonight. What? No comprendo.
Es un mojito.
The mojito? And then I go to wait on these tables, and the people are all speaking Spanish. It fell on the floor? Okay, I'll bring another one. When somebody's talking in a different language to you, and you can't tell if they're happy or not, it's really scary. I'm sorry, what? Are you ready to order?
No, mi comida.
I speak English. I don't.
Well, you're Spanish, so you can't speak Spanish. So you work in a Spanish restaurant.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I was just completely frazzled. Like, my nerves were completely shot. Like, I couldn't take it.
Hey, Sabrina, I just want to let you know you have a table that you have not attended to. You have not dropped menus. So we need to do that right away. Okay.
I was scared out of my mind that Joe was going to get upset at me, like more upset than he was already.
You have to speed this up. It's a problem. When you on Donkoki floor, you represent Donkoki, and then you represent me. So we need to get this okay going, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's go. Okay? All right, pull yourself together. Let's get these orders in, and let's get your food out on the table, okay?
How do I...
You remember your ID number?
No. I pray to God the next day goes better. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I like completely screw this up.